Reid is kind, considerate, funny, intelligent, hardworking, and respectful. Those are just few character traits describing him. However, when I think of Reid, the first word comes to mind is short. I mean humble. I remember when he told me about his trip to Honduras. He said it was life-changing and an eye-opening experience. I don't know about the life-changing part, but an eye-opening sounds pretty racist. He said it's not often when we find ourselves in the permanent world of those who live lives completely different from ours. Getting to experience the daily life of those who are less fortunate than ourselves truly allows us to appreciate all the little things we often for granted. It doesn't take much to humble ourselves when we know that others in the world have dreams and aspirations to the things we surround ourselves with, things we find to be simple, things we find in commonplace. Reid has truly taught me a very important lesson in this class. I learned a lot from this great friend, more than I ever read in Miss Bell's class. Miss Bells, are you here today? I'm sorry if you're here, I'm not lying. At this time, let us welcome Silverhill's class of 2014 Valedictorian, Reid Boston.
Good morning. Thank you, Alan. I don't know if I can top that. Thank you, Abby. That was inspiring. But, I would just like to note that though Abby can deliver an eloquent speech, I can still beat her in soccer with one foot tied behind my back. D1 athletes, man, something else. No, I love Abby person, and have been truly blessed to have spent the last 4 years of high school with someone as special and talented as she. Her dedication and faith are what ultimately pushes me to achieve my own dreams. For that, I thank you, Abby. I would also like to thank the big guy upstairs. I often questioned what he was thinking while putting the pieces of my puzzle together. The guy had to look down and chuckle because he knew that if my parents could raise a boy like me, they sure enough earned their spot in heaven. I praise my parents as well for instilling in me the desire to strive for greatness and approach my studies in the classroom with a dogged persistence. I thank the multitude of teachers and administrators who have not only taught me the knowledge surrounding areas of study, but the ways of life. They have been the guiding light these past 4 years and have paved the way for future success. Finally, I would like to give a warm thanks to my fellow classmates. Within the halls of Sylvan Hills High School, I have come to know numerous unique individuals who have shared a part of their life with me. Not only have they allowed me to make memories with them, but have made my high school experience one I'll never forget. For all that these individuals have done, I please ask that you give them a round of applause. Thank you. As I stand here today, I will freely admit that much of what has led me to this podium is a whole lot of luck. Plain and simple. Sometimes a person plays the right cards and knows when to call go fish. I say this to acknowledge the fact that I'm incredibly honored to have been part of one of the most intelligent classes to ever walk the halls of Sylvan Hills High School. There are numerous individuals who have every right to stand where I am today. I firmly believe that. Peaks and valleys. I have been mentored by several very enthusiastic people in my life. One of these people is Coach Tipton. If I've heard it once, I've heard it a million times, that in life, you will most certainly find yourself atop significant peaks and then faced with challenging valleys. I can think of several instances of valleys. One being 4th grade, when I was brutally rebuked by Miss Smith for throwing rocks at the girls in my 4th grade class. Miss Smith readily informed me that throwing rocks at young ladies was not the proper etiquette for courting a girl I desired. Now, what Miss Smith didn't know, however, was that the pebbles weren't aimed at her little angels, but rather at the cars that would pass down the road beside our playground each day. To me, this seemed an adequate excuse. Nonetheless, many a tear was shed that day, certainly a valley. Then, I think about my late grandfather's passing earlier this year, its effect on my dad and our family as a whole, the pain that ensued, and his acknowledged absence at every family event. There again, a valley. I also pondered over the countless days I would walk down the steps from my locker to room 103, where the lovely Mr. Johnson would grace us with another AP chemistry test. This, ladies and gentlemen, is where I would pause. You know, growing up, you always hear, man, let me tell you, high school makes up the greatest memories of your life. Excuse me, but if failing an AP chemistry test is one of the greatest memories of my life, ladies and gentlemen, I have taken a wrong turn. I am definitely 100% lost. Mr. Johnson, still love you. Then there's the time I drove straight into a tree one night at Haley Perez's house. And let me tell you, the only thing that peaked there was Coach Foss's blood pressure and my car insurance. These aren't the only memories I have from my life, especially my senior year. There are endless memories that bring me comfort that I will always consider to be the peaks in my life. I remember winning a state championship when we were younger. Several of the guys on that baseball team joined me today in graduating in the 2014 class. They were and continue to be my brothers. I remember senior roll night, the adventure that was, and the countless times I got to spend with my friends in the senior class. I've grown to embrace the diversity of that group, however odd and eccentric they may be. Guys like Connor Poteet, who always has a humorous remark. You're welcome, Connor, I promise. I remember the time when Archie Goen and the basketball team beat Mills for the 3rd time in a row in the state championship game. Then I look back on the joy I found in getting to play ball for my grandfather, and knowing for the first time in many a year, he would be able to watch me play every game from the stands in heaven. And now, I will remember this moment, speaking to all of you today, incredibly humbled to be here. All of these remembrances are the peaks in my life, peaks I will forever cherish. As Coach D says, never ever forget the valleys. Remember the lessons they provided, and hope for and embrace the peaks, for they will serve you as reminders for the rewards that come from making it through the valleys. It's common for high school students, especially as seniors, to sit and ponder about what lies ahead, what waits before us in the cloudy world we call the future. But oftentimes it's good to look back, to refresh one's mind on all the good and even bad times we encountered. These specific times taught us profound lessons that have shaped and molded the young leaders we have become today. Because, fellow classmates, if it hasn't hit you, it's now quite evident. We are no longer kids, boys and girls living the day-to-day lives of high school teenagers. We are now young men and women beginning a journey into a world we may not yet be able to comprehend, but one we all look forward to experiencing. One where the dreams and aspirations we have for our lives can one day become true and surely attainable. We, as friends, as a family, as bears, have grown into the pace setters that will shape our world. I thoroughly look forward to seeing what all we, Silver Hills alumni, can accomplish. And finally, I leave you with words of encouragement. Throughout your life, you have to accept the fact that there will be peaks and valleys to overcome. And along the way, there must be a little luck to guide you through life's obstacles. But along with luck, there's a need for vital relationships with those who mean most to you, and also share a desire to accomplish great things. Surround yourselves with individuals who strive to live a healthier life, pursue a goal, acquire a job, develop a new idea, or act to change the world. There's a need to live humbly and do all that you can to better not only your life, but the ones of those who surround you. There's a specific quote my dad unknowingly left me a while back. A quote that I hope us all seniors will live by as we traverse into the next chapter of our lives. It was in an article provided by the philosopher John Wesley. His ample statement has thoroughly impacted my life, and I ask you, ladies and gentlemen, class of 2014, as we live our lives on this earth, let us live by this man's words. He states, "Do all the good you can, by all the means you can, in all the places you can, at all the times you can, to all the people you can, as long as you ever can." God bless.